His money being locked up at Gold Coast has actually brought us adverse difficulty, especially with regards to business. Business was our only means of sustenance, and then when his money got locked up, 3,300,000 Ghana cedis, that's the amount. Business slowed down drastically. Funds were not coming as expected, so now times are very, very difficult. Now daddy's health is affected, mommy's health is affected, and there isn't even enough funds to take care of all that we have to.
Oh yeah, GM Bank. Malamina na bisi ana niska na do. Na bisi niska na do no. Muna na do niska di down am da wewu. Onya heart problem. Onam da wewu. Man could be so niska so do. No the same issue. On podinya stroke. Inti ede bia yerba, adichi yerba, ende yerba, adichi yerba. Sisa no abrabo no why dina men. Ayen amman ben semen popo yen fende oye kakra na yen na na mpanyfu a onam da me yemanya be bi no de dudu. Ebi no boy stroke. Papa bia ndala wan ne ba de pokitekita pama. Ahwe wan stroke. Onye de miske. Itina na ide yesraw. Chida wala afi so de e ba aboto aba. Yen ka de yen tu mu. But awo hwe na nanumi at least keke bi mpa na won so wo tu de wada to won ndu. Bebre de ndudo. Well, a corner of a dump what up had him. I asked him. Intina idiot straw. Idiot straw. Bra, not Brana Bob Boyana, Yanshana, when we was a kind of one sabacan, one function, one from now on, one brother I will ask, one brother I will ask. Into a day, yes, what a Brana Baboshawan. I am Bentamandi, then Vende, and I don't know why the baby, and paying for name. Well, I said, Cameraman ought to name us or shy, but with a baby. Come and put what you pump, I am here. Papa by this time, I can't call dictionary, you know, on your niece can't cause me. So many brother Bahade, up from 1 to me, Nancy Dodo, by Nana, Yanji and Skate, and the 18 fan, ladies got to one as some way. Since I won't be a Shana Boyana, Yapa Yama, so one out to him.
The aggrieved customers of Gold Coast Fund Management after the parliamentary committee set by the Honorable Right Speaker to investigate why Gold Coast Fund Management customers are not paid with the parliamentary approved bailout package. In fact, we want to thank the committee for the job that they have commenced. Their posture gives us hope that they are willing to find a lasting resolution to this crisis that has lasted for the past 6 years. Today, apart from the committee trying to find solution for us assessing our locked up funds, there are other issues that we want to bring to bear that if the government so wish or the parliament so wished to resolve these once and for all, these other issues must be also taken care of. For instance, when you look at the date of revocation of the license of Gold Coast Fund Management, it was on the 8th of November 2019. This means that the company operated actively till that day of revocation. But when the validation of our claim that determined how much we have with the companies for onward payment by the government, the calculation was done. The interest calculation was done up to September 2018. It means that 13 good months gap. We were shortchanged. Our investment interest we were shortchanged for 13 good months, which is illegal. And we have not gotten any proper explanation to that effect. So we are calling that we need this interest rate to be calculated, this 13-month interest rate to be calculated on our payment and to be given to us again. There are a section of Gold Coast customers who did a specific investment portfolio, invested in a specific investment portfolio, which is the Gold Money Market Fund. These customers, from day one, all the calculation for payment and validation and government bailout, these cluster of customers have been excluded. And nothing is being done of their situation. But they are part of Gold Coast Fund Management customers, and their numbers are huge. No one is saying anything about it.
What are we looking at in terms of numbers?
We want the government to include this cluster of customers.
How many are there?
There are over 20,000 customers of Gold Coast Fund Management, and they have been excluded. We want the government to include them on the government disbursement of bailout package so that they will be covered, so that this issue will be resolved once and for all. Lastly, we have genuine customers which for unforeseen reason or uncontrollable reasons, they cannot find their investment document, which is a requirement for validation before you can be paid. But we believe that as a nation, if we have a goodwill, if the customer has lost his investment document to fire or flooding or whatever, we believe that the customer being able to provide certain information, personal information that is used for the investment, at a click of button on the data that they have, they should be able to pull out their information and validate them. So we are asking for an alternative validation process for these cluster of customers who have lost their investment document. And we wish, or we are calling on the current finance minister, the new appointed finance minister, that the 4 billion allocation in the 2024 budget, which is meant for our payment, shouldn't merely represent numbers, but they should realize that the hopes of thousands are on those figures, and they should quickly disperse it to bring peace. According to figures that came to bear when we went for the hearing, that's the committee hearing, according to Security Selection Commission, the arrears they need to pay all customers of asset management that fell to the financial cleanup exercise, as it stands now, they need 4.6 billion Ghana cedis, and there has been already allocation of 4 billion, so they need a top-up of 6 billion to complete the entire cleanup. And even if they will stick to the 4 billion, we believe that much of the problem will be solved. Then we will look forward after to receiving the remaining balance of 6 billion. Initially, the bone of contention, or whatever, the only thing that was impeding our payment was a condition that they placed, that unless they get a liquidation order from court that will aid the government to liquidate the assets of Gold Coast Fund Management Company, they wouldn't disperse the already approved bailout package. But when they came before the committee, they said it on record that for now they are going to resort to the parliamentary direction, that the direction that the parliament will give them. And we are hopeful that the parliament will give a recommendation that will delink the condition of getting the bailout package before disbursing this allocation.
So, as we speak, there isn't any disbursement?
For us, we are looking for up to June, we should be getting our money. By June this year, 2024, everybody should be paid.
Since 2018, how many years? 6 years. And such a say, who's kind of what to all? So 100,000 sisters can wide it. Actually, say, what's say, Sisia seeding waste for a year. Which is kind of Sisia did on your schedule 100,000 years, because it's just about 30,000 Libyan water. No, excuse for me, so on Sisia, what I'm talking about, interest is one and this is your way. 6 years came 6 years into Sisia, all the Nippa, under the Nippa. But a year not a tea, no, ni Yerba, no, because Sisia Wama, actually, a woman put it why you cry. Sisiano, you can feel the auto being is coming, no, auto to it, no. And so, Sissy on this car, said you know, on this car. Most of the Nipaye, and to the Bibia will repair. You can to me, a Bishop Bibia scatter. Now, second, I said, I cannot at the car. Biba Calabia, a politics and baby, but on your politics, or you be Sunday on Sunday, and Sissy Yatana, and Yamia man, and Coca-Cola Yatana, Assassin Gachi. Bana, Iba, the Yaba. But since you're more cindy, Pastor Oyati, or you was some. See, I'm here. Wouldn't be now here, Manipura, or the second way to 20 will be announced there, or check the attack of rough. Because it's your Moluku said, Mumpa, no, me assure that Tenamas Lusuka and never small boy to be Bumano, and can feel like a be able to attend with Buma. Because it's a young for you. Massa Abanashana on his command. Because it's your Yomupa, young the chance, I be today. Your force are there to me, I be. Then, Mum, get you so you don't play. No trees coming. No interest, now, yet the parliamentary committee is asking. That also, which wide, Wabwa, this is a man coaching a young baby, a bit in an hour. See, when you did it, what baby are already. hena wa me bibia wie pa me yesa kriska nsa ma no bono modern no ye me
so but since before I'm for retirement I'm here the investments what kind of my feel from validation but Nancy obey was what the marsh Ashfield then the more toss the up to now who is can't come at least a more parliament, one more won't be in scam. All that we need. Our money should be paid. So we can use some, take care of our health. At our age, we don't need to, we are not spending money on it. It's health and food.
That's the kind of how I mean. Because the mistake the camera, Mr. For Suka crowd, but no, sense where I was no. Now, you then they see you 2 days. But the mistake quarry in nature. In fact, in a democracy, the bay. And said, we shall probably not know from no either. You see, Yamenchada, yet there was a Scanubutia. Scanubutia, then you know this Scanubutia. And Milsim may acquire no nature the second. No more fun in a massacre, a friend to Mamma. Only sister you do that, Yerka was. It's yes, and no moment than of a moment later, the walking Chibiano, yes, but
not stay or down, Piaba. Me one yama Pia, what is coming for from a poor barbecue, walk with school night. One of the scare colloquy. Going to me, Yama, what there be yet. The Pinama, me, Chelsea, Mammy, Bibi Cacra. What there be yet. The answer, my baby, I'm coming, and Biruna, so go say Yam. Because the Kaya colloquy. You won't be yet. And 2 years coming. Let me go on and be yard. If you know your stroke, what a drone at it. Yes, slab and offer yes, can you offer me? Never be yard or about to be shady paper. Yes, you will be a
parliamentary committee was set in the 150 years and then that's more. Moluka Bibiara, in fact, where from yet Moluka there, Moluka in there, what Tibiano, what the end of what are the Albanians led? Yes, to more, yes, to friend. Says a skaka cano, the enemy did not come the idea. So, watch it. Says I know why may you man a full man or look. Says Kawaha, I can wish you mano, we pitch a mere funk of on the prominent island. Says a yana, the age in now what dying. And Canon, I can man call it to move, but says I'm the morning also. The time be now, what the hot what they bread, the whiskey, or the hobby Abba and Abra. Yes, sir, by your quarter society there. Only a mobile. Here's Kakano, or release no family.
Watch TV, promoting sustainable development.